The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ revealed a powerful wealth strategy that most Muslims simply don't take advantage of. Today, we look at people like Warren Buffett, Alex Hormozi, Ray Dalio. But 1400 years ago, our Prophet ﷺ showed us 5 wealth hacks that you and I can start doing from today. And the very last one of those that I'm going to share with you is the most powerful one. And these aren't just theories. I run an investment firm called Curate Capital, where we manage over $130 million of the money of some of the wealthiest Muslims in the world. And I'm going to share with you real life, practical examples of people who are using these prophetic traditions to increase their wealth and their barakah. There's a very specific and simple dua that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ would make for wealth that most Muslims don't know about, but now you do. The dua is, Allahumma aghnini bihalalika an haramik wa bi fadlika amman siwak. Now, many of us mindlessly repeat du'as like the above, expecting instant returns. But the key here is to ask with the sincerity that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will answer the du'a when the time is right for us, in the manner that is right for us. This is the same reason that the Prophet Ayyub alayhi salam, when he asked to be cured, he asked Allah to cure him only if the cure was right for him. Now, most of us, we would have just asked for the cure straight up, the same way as we ask to get rich quick. The mere act of asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is an act of worship, so we need to make sure that we are doing it right. The second hack is by far the most underrated, obvious, and easiest way for a Muslim to build incredible wealth. Most people don't do this because it seems counterintuitive and it just seems easier to just pray for wealth. But there are so many verses in the Quran and in the Hadith that back up exactly what I'm about to share with you. You might have already guessed it. The second hack is to continuously turn to the Almighty and seek His forgiveness. The Prophet ﷺ said that whoever constantly seeks the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will grant him a way out from every difficulty and give him provision from where he does not expect. There is no better real life story to illustrate this exact point than the story of the great Imam Ahmad that took place over 1,000 years ago. During his old age, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal travelled out of his town to a distant city, and there, due to his humbleness, he didn't introduce himself by his name because he didn't want all of the people to then gather around and look after him. Instead, he sought refuge in a masjid and he thought he would stay overnight in a masjid. But the caretaker, even at that time there was an uncle caretaker, the caretaker said, no, Imam Ahmad, you can't stay here. And he threw him out of the masjid. Now, a baker was watching this entire scene unfold, and he took pity on Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, and he actually took him into the house and he said, I'll look after you for the night. Imam Ahmad watched this baker knead the dough and then tend to the fire and then bake the bread, while the entire time his tongue was moving and seeking forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The next morning, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal eagerly asked this baker about this deed that he was doing of asking for istighfar. And the baker said that me asking for istighfar is like second nature to me now. Imam Ahmad asked, have you seen any benefit from this practice of yours? And the baker said, I have not seen a single dua that I made that hasn't been answered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala except one. Imam Ahmad asked, what is this dua? And he said that I've made a dua that I want to see Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal in person before I pass away. Tears came down the face of Imam Ahmad and he said, I am Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has brought me hundreds of miles away to this place so that I can answer your dua. This is a really powerful reminder of the power of istighfar. But if that didn't convince you, this next even more powerful incident from the times of Hassan al-Basri will do. A man came to him and he complained about this drought, and Hassan al-Basri said, make istighfar. Then another man came to Hassan al-Basri and he was complaining about poverty, and Hassan al-Basri said, make istighfar. And then another man came, and this one he wanted a child, and Hassan al-Basri said, make istighfar. Another man came to him, and this time he asked about his garden being dry, and Hassan al-Basri, he didn't send him to B&Q, he told him to make istighfar. And his students around him asked him about this, and they were thinking, is Hasan al-Basri become a one-trick pony here? But Hasan al-Basri said, no, this is not me speaking, this is the Quran, this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaking in Surah Nuh, where he said, فَقُلْتُ اسْتَغْفِرُوا رَبَّكُمْ إِنَّهُ كَانَ غَفَّارًا يُرْسِلِ السَّمَاءَ عَلَيْكُمْ مِدْرَارًا وَيُمْدِدْكُمْ بِأَمْوَالٍ وَبَنِينَ وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ جَنَّاتٍ وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ أَنْهَارًا. What this verse is telling us is that from this one action of seeking forgiveness and accepting that He, the Almighty, is the Lord and we are His abd, there are so many benefits and so many blessings that Allah has promised that He will send us. Now, if you thought the first two hacks were easy, the third one doesn't even require that you move your lips. Again, it's the easiest thing in the world, but most Muslims, you and I, we don't know about this. Now, the third hack is to just very genuinely feel a sincere gratefulness for all of the blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. And you know what I'm feeling grateful for? It's because I know that thousands of you over the years have shared our videos to be able to spread the message of this channel to others. Now, please do take this moment to share this video, this message with others that you think will benefit from this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He promises in the Quran that if you're grateful, Allah, will increase you in favor. There's a famous psychological study that beautifully explains this Quranic maxim. Here you've got two pictures. In one of these pictures, you see a boy who's beaming. He's really, really happy because he's been given a slice of cake. And in the other picture, you see a boy who's really, really sad because he's been given the entire cake, but it's missing a slice. How can that be when the person who's been given the entire cake is the one who's unhappy and the one who just has one slice is the one who's beaming with joy? The answer is simple, and that is the focus of the boy who was happy was on what he had been blessed with, while the focus of the boy who had the entire cake was on the missing piece. And when we focus on our own blessing, it enlarges. And the whole essence of ghina, of wealth in Islam, literally the Arabic word, is to be free from need, to not need anything else. And so that's actually the heart of the secret of wealth. And on the flip side, if we just focus just on what's missing, we will actually end up feeling less poor. Now, this fourth hack, Muslims are actually famous for, but we often need a bit of a reminder about it. And non-Muslims, they completely struggle to understand how this even makes any sense, because the way that this hack works requires iman. The fourth hack is to give charity for the sake of Allah. Very famously, as we hear from all the charities, and it's true, the Prophet ﷺ said, giving charity does not decrease wealth, it does the opposite. We hear this, but we sometimes don't truly internalize it. The Prophet said, give in charity without delay because it stands in the face of calamity. So giving in charity actually doesn't only increase our wealth, it actually protects it from the downside as well. And just in case you're thinking, oh, that's nice, I'll give some charity, but the moment I'm saving up for a car, I really need that Range Rover. The Prophet said that the best kind of charity that you can give is when you're still struggling a little bit, but you're hoping that you'll get wealthy. And that's the point when you give charity. So, brothers and sisters, you should give until you feel like you've gone a little bit too far. You're just on that brink. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says in the Quran, وَالَّذِينَ إِذَا أَنفَقُوا لَمْ يُسْرِفُوا وَلَمْ يَقْتُرُوا وَكَانَ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ قَوَامًا. Those, when they are giving in charity, they don't give it so extravagantly, and they also don't give it so that they're miserly. They're somewhere in the middle. And last but not least, as I promised at the start of this video, I'm going to share with you the most powerful hack there is to make incredible wealth as taught by our Prophet ﷺ. Waking up early in the morning. The Prophet made a dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and he said, "Oh Allah, bless my nation in the hours of the morning." And the reason why this is the most powerful hack is because you can practice the other four hacks in this one hack. You can get up, you can ask forgiveness, you can give charity, you can feel grateful and content in your heart. You can make a specific dua for wealth, and you do that all in the morning. So it magnifies the other four hacks. For all of you Forex traders who are using leverage, this is the real halal leverage that you should be using. And the thing about this wealth hack is the hours of 5 and 9 are very special. Many people that I know swear by the fact that they get more done during these 4 hours than they get done between the hours of 9 to 5, the 8 hours that come after that. And if you do that consistently, that you build up such an advantage over everyone else, that wealth is almost like an inevitable implication of this. That's it for today, folks. I want to leave you with one final thing though. If you want to join a like-minded group of Muslims who are sincere and practicing, but also want to increase their wealth in a halal way, then you should check out Curate Capital, where we've built a community of 2,300 plus investors from all over the world that have come together for no other purpose than they want to be making halal investments. The link is in the description below. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.